All right, you guys, so let's chat. I've been seeing a lot of backlash and also conversation, especially from men, about what Ayesha Curry, expressed on this interview. And I would like to insert this clip so y'all could get a little bit of context of what I mean.
Didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something and then it kind of just disappeared and I didn't think twice about it. But after my daughter turned 1, I remember there being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
If I have a career and I'm
Yeah.
not home, like did you experience that?
I still experience
Okay.
that. I still experience that. I'm always in therapy talking about this. If you lose all of those things that were interesting about you, even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool, then what are you doing?
4 kids. Did you
Okay, so here's a couple breakdowns I have for the ladies and also men. If you're listening, just open your ears and not your mouth first. So, first things first, this is why I'm always going to promote to women individuality and also getting your own money any way possible. Let me explain. So, from 18 to 25, I actually wasn't married, but I was a stay at home mom. And after a while, I started to see that with me being a stay at home mom, there was more pressure on me taking care of my kids and taking care of the household than it was me prioritizing my dream. And shout out to me getting out of that very young. But the thing that a lot of men don't understand is that there's no such thing as being a mom and a wife and also prioritizing your career or your dream. There's no such thing as that being one and all the same. As a woman, there's no middle ground. It's neither you're a stay at home mom and a wife, or you're a working mom and a wife, or you are a single mother who's prioritizing her dream or her career. To me, being a stay at home mom and a wife is the easy way out. You already gave up on yourself at that point because what time in the day would you have to follow your dream? At that point, you're alleviating your husband, you're helping growing your children, and you leaving yourself for last. And God forbid you work a job as well. So that means your husband, you're alleviating him. That means your children, you're helping them grow. That means the household you're taking care of, you go to work and you helping someone else fund their dream, then it's you. If you're able to get to you. When you're single or dating and or just yourself, you have time to now focus on you individually. If you take advantage of that time. Now, I'm not going into the conversation of the girls that's completely unfocused because y'all piss me off and that are man crazy. I'm not talking about those girls. I'm talking about the women that said, F that, got a divorce, F that, who aren't male centered, or F that, I'm dating, but I am first. That's what I'm talking about. So this is why I express all the time about being individually yourself and taking certain neither shortcuts or taking care of yourself enough to where you can follow your dream as a woman. Because once you start introducing a man into that equation plus children, you will be last. So this is all Ayesha is expressing, is that this wasn't my dream. This was his dream. And, she has to now self-reflect and see what happened in that equation to where she allowed Steph Curry to live out his dream and she just became shadowed behind being a wife and a mother. But I love that she's having this conversation because it's also telling the story of the stay-at-home wives and moms who play the background where people are, saying they're the hero of the family, but they really are just main players in the background and the dark, suffering because all they wanted for themselves is more than what their reality is. And also the pressures of society. When you're dealing with a man of his stature, the pressure of society and your family is always going to be you hold it down. Allow that man to take care of the family financially and you do all the work. And it's crazy because Michelle Obama spoke about this as well. She spoke about putting herself in the background for 10 years, but she also in turn disliked Obama for a long time. So ladies, be wary of what you want in life. Yes, we love love. Yes, we want love. And yes, a lot of us do want wealthy men. But understand the opportunity cost behind you stressing for a man and or a wealthy man and what that now entails for you as an individual.